Hey, beautiful people. Viv going from York. So I just wanted to do a quick live about like following your own gut instinct, inner compass, spiritual guides, guardian angels, whatever. So if you've watched any of my lives before, you know I just sort of things that crop up like synchronicities or things that sort of happen like three in a row or anything like that. I get really interested in when things crop up a lot in like between lives and stuff like that. And this is something that's happened a few times, mostly with talking to my kids over the last couple of weeks, but also sort of reevaluating my life and what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I always sort of get to this point in the year when sort of July, the solstice goes round, and I'm thinking about the autumnal one. Hi, Nikki and Val. Nice to see you live. That it gets me thinking about my business because I've got an obsession with numbers and stuff like that. It's part of my dyslexic, probably slightly autistic brain. Val will know that we have an ongoing thing about double numbers and triple numbers and stuff. And the autumnal equinox is really important to me because it's my wedding anniversary. And it's when I sort of do soft relaunches of my business. So I quite often tell people that I've added in new services and stuff like that. But obviously, since the diagnoses of my daughter is autistic and my son's probably autistic and various other things that have happened recently in the family, it's just got me thinking about how I actually want to be a parent, how I want to be in relation with other people, how I want to be a business owner, what I want to be doing. And because obviously I'm a shamanic practitioner and I'm very involved in that sort of spiritual side of things, and something that my children have pointed out and a couple of people I've been talking to about my business, it's been really interesting sort of finding that following your own path and stuff like that. And I've spoken about this before. I really struggle with the sort of consistency thing, the posting every day on social media, the turning up all the time, being visible, etc., etc. And I know I do a weekly live, so I am consistent sort of on a week-to-week basis. People do know who I am. People do get to know what I'm like, which is really important. If you're coming to me as a shamanic practitioner, then it's worth knowing who I am and what I'm like and what my passions are and how I come across and stuff like that. But I've always struggled with that sort of, I'm not your 9 to 5 type of person. I'm a night owl, so I'm definitely not a 9 to 5 type of person. I'm much more a sort of 9 to 5 in the morning, probably. So having discussed stuff with my kids, and Indy was going to come on live with me, but decided she didn't want to, and we were going to talk through like being yourself and how you do that and stuff. I just thought it'd be nice to put out there that we all have our different ways of doing things. Like, okay, I could be consistent. I could get up every morning, well, later in the morning. I could post on social media. I could come up with reasons to do it. I could work, I could get a calendar and find out that today's like social media day, or, I follow the summer solstice, the Celtic wheel of the year. So I could be posting in the run to that. And I do a bit because that is part of who I am. But I could be looking at other things, mental health awareness month and stuff like that. But that's just not me because it wouldn't come across as genuine. People would be able to tell that I'm just doing it because I feel like I should do it. I want to be running my business and being the person I want to be because I truly love it. And I truly feel I've got something to say or something to share or something that I want to post about, or even the going quiet and just saying, I'm having a week where I just need to chill out. And it's been something I've noticed a lot with the people I follow who are business people that I really value, that it seems to be creeping up a lot, that sort of, how do you remain who you are when you're juggling all these things? And so much has changed over the last 2 years. And I'm wondering whether there's a sort of revolution coming or something where everybody's just like, trust that you're going to attract the people to you who want to work with you, or trust that you're going to find the friends that you want, or you're going to find the group of people who accept you as you are, especially if you're discovering things like we are as a family, that we're quite a neurodivergent family, and that you have to sit down and think, what does that actually mean? What has that actually changed anything, having that label? Does it actually mean we need to reevaluate stuff and work out what actually is the best place to be putting energy, etc., etc.? And for me, I am consistent. I'm consistent in my spiritual existence. I've always got my power animals with me. I'm consistent when I notice things out in nature, it's the sort of thing I share. If suddenly I've seen like a pied wagtail 3 times in a row, or that has become something that was really important recently, because it was an animal that showed up just after I had a drowning incident at Centre Parks. So at the moment, I'm spotting those, and that is something that your brain does. And that's really important to me at the moment. I've been looking up what pied wagtails, sort of what they do, how they live. Are there any lessons I can learn from that animal? So those sorts of things. But that doesn't happen every day. I can't post about that every day. I can't say, oh, today I saw like a blackbird, and blackbirds mean this, because people would know it's not genuine, and I'm just doing it for the likes or the attention or the whatever. So what I'm putting out there is, if you follow me, I do a live at 9:30 on a Thursday evening, until maybe I'll change that and do something else at some other point. But if you want to be in my group, then I post sporadically, but I post when I put my heart into it. My biggest thing is I want everybody to truly love themselves and truly love the planet they live on, and respect each other and look after where they are and look after their community. So when I post, it's coming from a true place of love, because it's not something that I find easy to do. I'm dyslexic, so words, I'm much easier at talking. I don't have a script for this, because if I had a script, it wouldn't be me. It would be me reading a script and pretending to be someone that I'm not. So you're always going to get my up-to-date thoughts and ramblings as they sort of come out of my brain, which maybe doesn't suit you. It means that you don't understand what I'm talking about, but then you probably wouldn't want to work with me, or you might not want to be my friend, or you might not want to listen. And that's fine, because there's someone else out there who you would want to listen to. He's probably saying similar things to me, but probably touches your heart more, or talks to your soul more, or whatever. Val's just said, I think we switch off from business, which post daily. Yes, thank you. I post from the heart, which means sometimes you might get daily. For a week, you might get daily, because I might be in the zone and things might be happening and stuff. But it's highly unlikely. But that doesn't mean that I'm not here for you. If you want to work with me with essential oils, or for emotional health or spiritual health or whatever, I'm here. And if you want to be a client of mine, I'm going to be 100% there for you. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be 100% on social media so that you can see me all the time. So I just thought I wanted to put out there, we've all got like an inner compass, or a gut instinct, or intuition, or spirit guides, or something that you follow, that you know when something's truly touched you in the way that makes sense to you. And so I'm really digging deep now to be honest about who I am and what I want to put out there and how I'm going to respond to things. So that's why I've moved some of my stuff over to Telegram, because it's much easier for me to see what's going on. Whereas Facebook, I'm finding really cluttered, and it's just sort of de-energizing me. I'm finding it a bit overwhelming. And I'm just putting out there for other people, if you're feeling the same, then just go with it. Follow your gut, follow your inner compass. It's really important that you truly be you, because I think that's the only way that this wonderful planet we live on, and these communities we live in, and etc., are going to really support each other, especially when we've got like governments and people in power who sort of, from what I'm seeing, don't really give a shit about the little person on the street. So I think now is the time to look after each other. Maybe step outside of the paradigm of what we've been told to do in the past. Maybe shift a bit and follow your own gut, your own inner wisdom, your own guidance, whatever that is for you. That's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know quite how it's going to manifest itself, but if you want to get in touch with me, have a conversation about it, I'm always up for meeting up, going for a walk or whatever, if you live in my area. Otherwise, just have a chat with me, find out what's going on. But I'd love to know your thoughts on if any of that's resonating with you. It just seems it's been floating around with quite a few people recently. So I thought I would just do a bit of a thing about it. But anyway, the main thing is for you to truly love yourself the way you are, follow whatever it is that you resonates with you, and be your amazing, wonderful, fantastic self, because it's a miracle that you're here and you should make the most of it. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next week.